Hare Krishna. So, Jagannath Rathayatra is coming up in a few weeks, and is a very good opportunity for all of us to reflect and remember the mystical pastimes of Lord Jagannath. Srila Prabhupada introduced Jagannatha Rathayatra first time in San Francisco, America. And he introduced Rathayatra all over the world, gave an opportunity for the conditional souls to see the Supreme Lord on the chariot and filled with ecstasy. So, this is a great privilege for us to remember Lord Jagannatha's mystical bhava and emotion for his devotees. How Lord Jagannatha appeared as Patita Pavana in the Jagannath Swami temple. So, this is a wonderful exchange of Lord Jagannath and with his devotee called Ramachandra Dev. There was a king Ramachandra who was ruling Puri, and during that time Mughals were ruling Odisha region. The Puri was under Mughals rule, although Ramachandra Dev was a king, but he was working under Mughals. And there was a Subeldar, his name is Tahi Khan. He was a Mughal representative for Puri. He was against Hindus, against temples. He was looking for an opportunity to exploit Jagannath Swami temple. How to loot the money from the temple. Ramachandra Dev was aware of Tahi Khan's evil mind. He was looking for a way to protect Jagannath Swami temple, and he declared a war against Tahi Khan. And unfortunately, Ramachandra Dev was defeated in war, and Tahi Khan imprisoned Ramachandra in Cuttack prison house. And Ramachandra was feeling intense separation from Jagannath, and he went for a war to protect Jagannath Swami temple, but he lost the battle. But he was thinking how to save Jagannath Swami temple from the hands of Tahi Khan and the Muslim Mughals. And he was thinking how one should protect Jagannath Swami temple. So, somehow mystically, Tahi Khan approached Ramachandra Dev. So, Tahi Khan thought, Ramachandra, if somehow or other, if I get him to my family relationships, then I could easily collect taxes from the visitors who visit Jagannath Swami temple, so that I would make more money. So temple would be under my control. Tahi Khan was contemplating like this, and he put a proposal to Ramachandra Dev. He said, I have a sister, her name is Rijia Khan. I want her to get married to you. Then I will release you from prison house, and you could continue as a king of Puri. Then we will be settling all the issues. Why don't you take this offer, proposal? But Ramachandra Dev was not ready for that. He was thinking how I can give up my religion, how I can give up my Sanatana Dharma. I cannot convert myself into a Muslim. I cannot do that. So he was not at all ready for that. But after some days, Tahi Khan's sister, Rijia Khan, personally came to meet Ramachandra in Cuttack prison house. And she tried to convince Ramachandra Dev that please accept my brother's proposal, because I am also devotee of Jagannath. Even though I am Muslim, I am a devotee of Jagannath, because my mother was a Hindu and my father was a Muslim. My mother was a strong devotee of Jagannath From her I got the devotion towards Jagannath. So kindly request my brother's proposal so that we could save Jagannath's temple from the hands of Tahi Khan and Mughals. Let us do as a service to Jagannath. She was trying to convince Ramachandra Dev. But Ramachandra Dev put a condition that, yes, I will accept you as my wife, but I will not touch your body, because you were brought up this kind of a Muslim culture and everything, because I cannot give up that. I cannot touch your body. And the Rijaya Khan had so much devotion towards Jagannath. She said, not at all. Please don't even think about that. You don't have to touch me. I will serve you as my master in my heart. We don't need to have a physical relationship. I will serve you as a master in my heart, and we will serve together Puri, Jagannatha Swami, Baladeva, Subhadra, Sudarshana. So let us agree for this proposal. Then Ramachandra Dev contemplated on the proposal. For the sake of saving Jagannatha Swami temple, he was ready to marry Tahi Khan's sister, Rijaya Khan. Tahi Khan was very happy because at the end, whole control, temple control and the taxes, everything under him, and he would earn lots of money from Jagannath Swami temple. And if Ramachandra Dev marries his sister, he was so excited and happy. And finally marriage took place. And Ramachandra Dev, after marrying Rijaya Khan, he had to give up his religion, his Hindu name Ramachandra Dev. He became a Hafiz Ali Khan, a Muslim name he got it. And he married Rijaya Khan. And he converted into Muslim to save Jagannatha Swami temple. Then he went to his palace near Puri. Kurdha was a place near Puri. He had his own palace, queens and everything. But when he went there, the news spread everywhere that Ramachandra Dev converted into Islam. He became a Muslim. And a lot of citizens rejected him. And his own wives, Ramachandra's wife, rejected him. His children rejected him. They all left him and they all went back to their parents' house. And Ramachandra Dev, the Hafiz Ali Khan, who was very alone in his own palace. But he was constantly crying for Jagannath. And at midnight, he would take his horse, come all the way to Jagannath Swami temple. He would stand at a Simha Dwara and he would beg Lord Jagannatha, my dear Lord Jagannatha, please give me your darshan. I could not have your darshan. Night times he used to come and beg Lord Jagannath for darshan because temple would be closed. And since he became a Muslim, Jagannath Swami Pandits and the administration restricted him not to enter temple. He should not enter temple. And also restricted him not to sweep the floor or roads before Ratha Yatra. Also stopped lightening the lamp on Ekadasi day in the name of the king. Since he became Muslim, they stopped all the rituals, everything which benefits the king and his family. And this Ramachandra Dev bereft of Jagannath Swami darshan. But in the heart, he was constantly crying and praying for Jagannath Swami darshan. But every day he would come night time, so nobody would see him, nobody would scold him, chastise him. He wanted to be away from public. He would come in the midnight and cry in front of Jagannath Swami temple and offer his prayers. And without having Jagannath Swami darshan, he would go home crying. It was happening days and days and days like that. But one day, a mystical thing happened. When Ramachandra Dev was waiting at Simhadwara, suddenly he had a beautiful darshan of Lord Jagannatha Swami. Jagannatha Swami could not resist himself sitting on Ratna Simhasana in the Garbhagudi. When he was devotee was crying at the main gate outside of the temple, and Jagannath Swami heart was not allowing seeing his devotee crying, and Jagannath Swami personally walked all the way from Garbhagudi, Ratna Simhasana, to the main gate, and he gave his darshan to Ramachandra. By seeing Jagannatha came to see him, he gave his darshan from Garbhagudi. Ramachandra was became ecstatic, seeing Jagannath's love for him. The next day, pujaris came. They noticed from the main Simhadwara all the way to the Ratna Simhasana, to the Garbhagudi, the flower petals were on the floor. And they were surprised. How? Previous day night we cleaned whole temple, we washed everything, and everything kept clean. But how? Still flower petals on the floor all the way to Ratna Simhasana, to the Garbhagudi. They are very little puzzled. They went inside. They followed the flower petals. It took all the way to Garbhagudi. Then they noticed Jagannath Swami dress and his kirita and his jewelry. Everything got scattered here and there. And they thought, what was this unusual thing? But they didn't take that seriously. They left it like that. Second day, same thing. Jagannath Swami was walking from his Ratna Simhasana all the way to Simhadwara to give darshan to Ramachandra, who became Hafiz Ali Khan. Then after giving darshan, Jagannath Swami is to come back to Ratna Simhasana. Again, next day morning, the pujaris noticed the flower petals all the way from Simhadwara to all the way to Ratna Simhasana. They noticed Jagannath Swami dress, everything was scattered. And they were puzzling, what happened? It happened day after day after day after day. And the pujaris got really confused and what really happening in the temple? Something is mystically happening here. Then the head pujari started observing fasting, upavasa, without taking water, without taking any food, and started praying to Lord Jagannath to reveal the reason, the confidential reason why the flower petals are all the way, why his dress and everything got scattered, what's happening. To reveal the reason, the head pujari went on fasting. Then Jagannath Swami appeared in his dream and he revealed this confidential darshana pastime. My dear devotee Ramachandra, he converted into Muslim to save my temple. He was not allowed to have my darshan. I could not see him, he could not see me. Every day night he would come to the main gate and he would cry for me. When my devotee was crying outside of my temple, how could I rest in my simhasana? How could I stay calm in my altar? My heart was not allowing when I see my devotee was crying outside. So I left my Garbhagudi, my altar, and I went all the way to give darshan. He is very dear to me. So please do this favor to me. I didn't want to see my devotee crying for my darshan. So please install my Pratirupa in the main Simhadwara at the right side of the gate, so that my devotee Ramachandra, when he comes night, he could have my Pratirupa, my darshan. So please install a small murti of Jagannatha, Baladeva, Subhadra, Sudarshana in the right side of the main gate, Simhadwara. So please do this and my devotee could have darshan daily. This is my request. And the head pujari, dream broken, and he was very, became very ecstatic that seeing Jagannath's love and devotion for his devotee Ramachandra. Everybody thought Ramachandra became Muslim, he fallen down, he is unfit. He is no longer a devotee, he is no longer a leader, he is no longer a Kshatriya, he is no longer a Vaishnava. So everybody rejected him, but Jagannatha owned him. People did not understand his internal reasons, why he became Muslim. People saw external reasons, but Lord Jagannath saw internal reasons of the king. Then by seeing that love for Jagannath, for Ramachandra, everybody is spellbound that, he is not ordinary personality. Jagannath personally coming and giving darshan every day. And then they immediately installed small Jagannath, Baladeva, Subhadra, Sudarshana in the right side of main Gopura and Simhadwara. And Ramachandra could have darshan from outside. And that deities are called Patita Pavana. Because Ramachandra became Muslim. So he fallen down externally. And many people who are patitas, means we are all patitas, we are all fallen in the material world due to our sinful mentalities, sinful desires and sinful activities. So to enable us to have darshan of Jagannath. And many people could not have Jagannath darshan for so many reasons. Not allowed to have it inside. To give darshan to all those conditional souls, Lord appeared as a Patita Pavana. Pavana means who delivers. Patita Pavana means who delivers Patitas like all of us. And after the Lord Jagannath installed as a Patita Pavana, from the day all the people who could not enter into Jagannath Swami temple, they could have darshan of Jagannath from outside of the temple. Then Ramachandra Dev, King Ramachandra's glories went everywhere, such an exalted devotee. But still, due to social customs, he was not allowed inside the temple. But at every Ekadasi day, the pujaris, they used to offer a lamb in the name of Ramachandra and for his well-being as a great devotee of Jagannatha. So you see the devotion of Ramachandra. He even was ready to even convert himself into a Muslim to save Jagannath Swami temple. So we don't have to go through that kind of a challenging situation in our lives. Lord Jagannath is so kind. He is available for us. His Ratha Yatra is coming. So we have to offer our time for him. Let us invite Jagannatha into our hearts and every day chant his names, chant his, hear his leelas and read his scriptures, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Develop love for Jagannath. We don't have to convert into a Muslim. We don't have to give up our names, our religions and our foundation. Nothing. We don't have to do anything. We just have to give up that sinful mentality, that sinful attitude, that sinful bhavana, and develop Achyuta Bhavana. That is a mood of a devotion. So, please take this advantage of this mood of Lord Jagannath, the Patita Pavana, and beg for his mercy so that we'll also develop the love like Ramachandra Dev developed towards the Lord. So, this is a wonderful opportunity. Let us reflect and remember and meditate on Lord Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. So let us Jagannatha be object of my vision. So then our life will become purposeful and meaningful. That is the way we can prepare our bhavana, our attitude, and welcome Lord Jagannatha and his chariot, which is going to come up in a few days. Puri Jagannath Swami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ramachandra Dev ki jai, Hare Krishna.